Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Cultic. In the last episode, we had exited the New Brooks Shopping Center, a mall by any other name. Found ourselves harassed by a cultic helicopter, a combat copter, armed with machine gun and rockets on its sides, which would hint the local militaries under the cult's control as well. And after we defeated it, or shortly before it, we saw the cult enact that ritual again, as we saw a light come out of the sky. It looks like on top of a mountain this time around, and the strange cultic symbol shining up out of it. Doesn't bode too well for the surrounds, and so we are working our way, I'm assuming, towards it. Maybe we can feel where we're supposed to go, once again, because we have some established link with the will, which resurrected us from the dead. It's just one more reminder of that before we go forward. Anyway, the cult blew up the main road that was leading to that mountainside, and we were forced to go a roundabout way through a swamp. A cedar swamp, by the looks of it. I lived near a few of those. And, well, only instead of like it being cool and kind of quiet with creaky trees everywhere, it was filled with acidic sludge. And if we touched it for like 2 seconds and lost half of our life, so that's just death waiting to claim us should we end up in it again. I can see some right up ahead of us over there too. See it bubbling from over here. We fought a new creature as well. I'm not quite sure what to call them, so we'll call them swamps, because they certainly did swamp us with how many of them there were. They can burrow to the ground and pop up again someplace else. They don't have any fast attacks, but if they do get to you, they grab you, while other ones, or perhaps even that one, then begins to damage you over time. Very nasty to get grabbed by them. Our first death in Cultic, I think, the entire playlist. I don't think we died even very hard, if I recall correctly. Maybe we did to the final boss in Chapter 1. Anyway, we managed to get through it, and we've... only exit, apparently, that was available to us was detonating an area into the back of the slaughterhouse, which is now where we find ourselves. Now, before we go any further, viewer, you should know that I've done this level once now, and there was a problem with the recording. So, an issue, something always makes me nervous when I've got large videos to compress, is that they could be corrupted at some point. This video was corrupted at some point in the 6-hour mark, and I had like an hour left to go until that process was done. There's absolutely nothing that I need to really do other than just say, virtual dub, here's the file I want, go ahead and save it off as an AVI file with these options, and it will just do it. But something was wrong with that video. It occasionally happens. I think I know why. There's one part up here, it's going to do it again, where I'm going to die quite a few times, and I suspect the amount of time I was going back to the main menu or back to the menu and then into the game again very quickly caused that corruption to happen. So we'll see if it occurs this time. Hopefully it will not. I won't have any trouble. But does mean I know what's coming up. So, or maybe I do. Only did it once. Let's go. What was this guy thinking? This is a brown shirt. What's he doing with a shotgun? No wonder why he was killed. Oh, you know what? Maybe the types of robes that they wear they're required to wear those robes, or the weapons that they wield kill them. I guess we'll go with that. We can probably safely assume there's nothing over there. And this mound of flesh damming up that stopped this area from being contaminated with it. It would seem to me, though, that this substance doesn't really leave any residue once it's gone. So this must be just normal refuse. Throw this. I'm assuming a slaughterhouse has been here for some time. Actually, we read a note, I think, that hinted that it was indeed the case. Or that is indeed the case. Yeah, those are deer. A deer? No. Well, some sort of animal. I think it's an animal. Like a pig or something. What was the last slaughterhouse we were in? 2 of them. Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. God, that game hit the channel a long time ago. And in Pathologic, right? I'm going to mispronounce this word. The abattoir was a slaughterhouse as well, if I recall. Now these look human to me, though, or humanoid remains. So maybe they're doing, well, we know they're doing some experiments based on how much of the will's influence the blood and flesh looks like they possess. Probably failed experiments, given that it's all just corruption. More corpses, not our first time crawling over them. Oh, I don't like this. But there's nowhere else for us to go. Holy crap. Oh, the reek would be unbelievable. And now we're bathed in it. Hopefully this isn't going to do anything bad to us, and or we are already resistant to its effects. We're moving slowly. Solid ground. This is bad. Oh, maybe not so bad. That's really handy to know. That they can take either half a clip from the Sten, or they can take an axe to the head. But we don't get the axes back if we use them on these. Really? Oh no, what's happening? Okay. A glitch? Weird glitch of some sort. Never worked in a slaughterhouse, viewer. Never been in one, never seen the insides of one. I'm assuming it doesn't look like this. I'm assuming. Although, I guess the, what's the word, effluent? Has to go somewhere from all the tearing and the blood and what have you that comes off the animals as you kill them. And we have some sort of, like, nerve clusters now, or something growing here. Oh, I just saw that our health pack is very low. Is it a pipe, do you think, or like a vein? The weird curvature to it makes it seem like it should be lumpy. And it's round and not a pipe. We have this on the sides of it. Reminds me a bit of carrion. There's no water flowing to the mixing tanks. There's no secrets up here either. That was a mistake, Tim. You don't know what type they are. Okay, just a normal cultist? Trust my ability to use that successfully. We have a Sten. There's a cop over there. That's good to know that you can set them on fire with a single Molotov. That's a lot easier than just killing them. I don't remember seeing a switch for this. But thankfully, unlike Half-Life, we don't have to pick it up and carry it somewhere. Well, in our hands, direct, like, out in front of us, and thus lose access to our weaponry. Look like there's any secrets in here. Of course, there wouldn't be secrets if they were just right there in front of us. I see no cracked walls or the like. Could have gone worse. I know I've mentioned it, but those guys remind me of the... It's probably just, like, a coincidence, but they remind me of the bomb hands from Serious Sam. I don't mean that in any, like, insult, like, he couldn't come up... But you got to use I like those very much. I mentioned before, but I do feel like they should move a little faster. They should move faster than the player, so they have to panic a little more often. Because right now, I'm not that afraid of them. They're easily... just run away. Assuming you have the room to do so, you should be fine. Is normal water. Okay, so we have the water flowing to the one pipe now. But we still have the other wench. Condemned meat. It must have been this way. Ah, here it is. I wish I could explain what's going on, viewer, but we'll follow this. Doesn't look any different to me, but... it does dissolve that wall. Cult's spell is still going on. A new health pack. We do not need that one, though. Or rather, not quite yet. We do need it, but we're at 61. Teaching women how to use the shotgun if there was shotgun shells in 2 of the lockers. That hurt. I could put them sneaking up on me like that. It's where all the animals clearly are being brought at some point. These probably lead outside. So they're shuffled in here. Yep. Here are the stalls for them. Button isn't responding. I guess we should be glad it's not. These are dynamite guys. I want them to power on. Hold on. We have other rooms to check back in the other prep area. Sometimes there's secrets hidden behind boxes. That's the case today. Oh, it's super hot coffee. Coffee and pizza. The breakfast of champions. I've had that many times. I need a key. Alright, so we're not doing driver check-in. There's something over there, but we can't quite see what it is. Soap. Lever action and some shotgun shells. Ballistic armor. We do not need it. I need a key. Alright, not going that way either then. I forget we have a map now, too, so I can always check this if I'm a little hesitant to go someplace. But I think it leads to someplace we've been before. That's a lot of tripwire. You can grab by one guy with a pistol. We have shield guys on this side. The keys. We're not going that way. I like the music to this area. You have the weird, creepy breathing. It sounds like that's going on, but the beat's pretty nice too. I don't know what type that was. I think it could have been a dynamite guy. Oh, that answers the question. Like anything about these hallways. You wouldn't think it's that hard to see here, but it totally is. And the hanging meat makes... Sometimes I think it's an enemy. The door's locked from the other side. That's a sniper all the way down that hallway, and she is too far away for me to get her with the lever action. We can't get into the office without a key. Hello? Thank you for not shooting me in the face right away. Was a shield guy with a pistol. Another sniper on that side. Very symmetrical defense, I see. I see you, both of you, as well. Conserve ammo when you can. Even if you don't think you need to. Do it anyway. When I had first played through Cultic, I didn't know where to get ammo from. Like, it was tough for me to save any. And then I realized headshots really matter, and using the appropriate weapon can also really help. It's far better to use single magnum round headshots than firing 3 of them into the body of a cultist. And the distance matters. Close range, shotgun comes out. Mid-range, pistol. Long range, lever action, and so on. Yeah, they switch to a pistol if you get close to them. They're also the only females, I think, that are part of the cult. At least so far. Unless you want to count all the swampers. The swamps as being that. I guess one of them, at least, was a girl. Like, this doesn't matter at all. I just think it's interesting. Actually, maybe the normal cultists can be, too. Just their voices change. Okay. So, when I first did this place, I thought we were in a rush. I thought the cold would start dealing damage to me. It does not do so. It's just foggy to make it more difficult for you to see. Looks a bit like Valdo to me. Does it look like Valdo to you? We should have gotten a look at him, but he was kind of pinned there. Holy crap, that guy scared the heck out of me. He's moving much too quick for Valdo. Grisly feast in here. We're not opening that. Good. I think it was a good, wise choice upgrading both shotguns. Oh man, nothing in here. I had originally thought this was something we might be able to detonate for a passage downstairs. And it is not. I so felt like doing it again. I guess we'll say this now. I know where all the... Oh, well. I found all the secrets the first time through, except for one. And this one was so well hidden, viewer. Like, it's obvious that where it's located, because you get a big, huge hint that it's in a certain room, and I could not figure out how to access it. So in between episodes, I had meant to go look it up and then tell you guys where it was. Here, this time, I will show you, but I will not take the items in it, because I don't feel like I deserved it, since I did cheat to find the secret. Here's where all the cutting happens to make the, I guess, slices of meat that we like. Whenever I see a Molotov, I suspect we're gonna need to use it. So we're gonna leave our shield, like, here for the time being. We can jump up here, but it's tricky. This is a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. So what? We know that these side doors open, right? That's a given. We probably get an alarm when we ring the elevator bell, and then we get bad guys. Oh, behind us. Oh, and we do get an alarm. What killed me? I have no idea what even killed me there. Wow, well that went as poor as it could have gone. We died. Good for them. I was worrying about way too much. Where the chainsaw guys were in particular. Come on, Tim. Oh, it never occurred to me we can just run back into Smoky Town. There's a chainsaw dude somewhere in here now. That instant kills you, viewer. Or close enough to it if it hits you. If the will doesn't grab them the intelligence to reach me, I'm gonna take advantage of that. Man, that's so much easier than fighting them in the arena. It does feel a little cheap, though. You guys at home want to see frantic battles, not cheesy chip damage. But sometimes, viewer, you just gotta do it. we learned that this works well on these guys. Or can. Oh man, that's kind of creepy. The gun is like in his throat, so that he's like a carbine member from Combine from Half-Life. I like that. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. I mean, well, it did first time. So we've accessed this elevator, but that's all we've got so far. We don't know. We still don't have any of the keys. Oh, that's a grenade guy? Right here, I think. And we saw the sniper up here. Oh, oh! Weapon parts, 2 of them. Very good. We found 1 secret so far, right? 1 secret. Seven weapon parts. What do we want to take? I think the improved lever means that we fire faster with this, which could be useful if I miss a shot with it. Though I tend not to use this at ranges that require me wielding it in such a way. I guess no, we won't talk about every single upgrade and what if we're taking or not. I think we should grab a damage upgrade with one of these. And honestly, it should be the shotgun. Or a barrel choke with the shotgun. Actually, maybe the barrel choke with this one's what we want. Yeah, let's take this. So it'll tighten the spread. Oh, it says right there. Right there. So more pellets will get to hit the enemy when we fire that gun. I think I want the double-barreled shotgun damage upgrade increase to next. When that weapon comes out, I'm dealing with large enemies. Look at you opening a door. Oh, that was a... Actually, I don't know what that was. I think it was a sniper. Oh, no. I thought one of those guys was a dynamite guy. Sounds like heavy machinery to, heavy gunnery to me. Oh, and it is. Nice, back up to full life on our med pack. Oh, I see we were here a long time ago. Well, a time ago. cultists, by the way, do have phenomenal aim. And they feel where we are, probably because the will's guiding them to us. Once again, we are linked to it ourselves at this point. So that was a sniper rifle we also just claimed. I think we should at least level it once. With the enhanced scope. And there's very few times I feel like I need to use a sniper rifle. Over the normal weaponry. We do not have a good shot up there. No way. Right in your hip. Yes! That is one of the times in which I feel the sniper rifle really shines, where you need just a... You can't really get the angle that you need with your lever action. Ammo for this is also much more frequent than for the sniper rifle, or at least it was in the first chapter, and I expect that to be the case going forward. Gate cards. Now that the facility has been fully taken over, the main gates will no longer be freely accessible. The security team will be in charge of the gate cards. Anyone wishing to take a vehicle in or out will need to get clearance from them. If you can't find a gate operator at the security offices, you can check the cattle pen, as the security team has been tasked with feeding as well due to the dangerous nature of the task. So they're keeping something in the cattle pen. We haven't seen the big fleshy chomper yet, so my guess would be it's at least one of those. Let's check the yard first if we're going to any of the buildings. Actually, I guess we could try the key. The door handle. Oh, got stuck. He got stuck at the door. Oh, the door shut on him, so he couldn't get in, couldn't get out. Poor guy. His big moment. He should have like ran around the corner screaming at me. That's what he should have done. I would have forced you to go into the office. I need a shield. Man, this guy likes his bombs. We could use a little more magnum ammo. We'll grab the revolver that was up here. Oh, okay. Right, not the revolver. It took me some time to understand what this weapon was, viewer. I was taking a bunch of guesses, but I'll just spare you all of that now. This is a flare gun. It sets things on fire when you hit them with it directly, but only some things will be set on fire with this. I was hoping like the super cops would be set on fire immediately, but they are not. I do want to do a thing though that I meant to do and never did, and that's shoot it into the air and see if we summon anything. That's disappointing. Oh no! Hold on, I had the wrong weapon out. Is what I did. Hold on, I just fired a normal. I fired one of these shots. Okay, this is what I meant to fire. I took out the magnum and shot it in the air. All right, let's see what happens. Well, I'm kind of disappointed, viewer. Expected. Oh, I expected something else. It looks like it also consumed a magnum round. I had just reloaded this, and then we fired the... I guess it uses both? I don't have a good feeling about the stalls this time. I'm sure it'll be fine. Rude. I was trying to kill your friend. I don't know if there's one up there, but if there is, it's not happy any longer. I like the makeshift cubicles in this place. There's something I'd like to... Once again, Jay-Z has done a great job on... Which is the designer of the game, developer of the game. He's done a great job of making places feel like they do belong. Condemned materials. Attention logistics. Can anyone explain to me why our transport and treatment partner contracts for our waste materials have been terminated? These are not services we can go without for any period of time. In order to stay in operation, we need to be able to move our salable material just as much as the unsalable. If we've entered into a new management for this, why is there no contract on my desk? The cult probably eventually claimed this business, and then decided that they would rather have all the remains for experimentation purposes. Molotovs and a secret. Okay, if you hold it inside the thing, it falls through the thing. Is how it works for the objects. I guess that makes sense. just walked right past all of that, didn't he? He just walked right past all that. Where's my shield? To have to reload and put my shield away of all the times. That sucked. Okay. Those are some big hits we didn't need to take. That sucks. Half our med kit gone effectively. That pisses me off so much that my character automatically decides to reload as well. That's on me. I should know better. That annoys me so much, viewer. Normally, if I wasn't recording, I would just reload at that point and do that little bit again. Oh, I do have the uppercut for the shield hotkey to something. It's the same as my big boot. To our future. I have a little glass of wine here. I'll toast to you guys at home. Salud. It has been a great pleasure to meet all of you and begin to chart our future together. I built this business from nothing, grew it into an empire. And the life it has enabled me to live has made all the grueling hours worthwhile. Even with all my success, my riches, a full life, there was still an emptiness, an inability to share my deeper desires and needs with another. The will and its brethren, however, they understand. Mankind was not meant to live as equals. Some of us were meant to rule, and others to serve. And some were meant to die. By the fact it says it's brethren makes me think there are other ancient evils in this game's universe. A facility key. All right. Oh, well, let's start with the door way over here and see where this takes us. Okay, we were here a while ago. We don't need to be back there. I do the uppercut. Oh, I can't move, though, when I'm doing that. Can I move with the big boot? I cannot move with the boot either. That would make sense. That would just make sense. You're on one leg. Why would you be able to move forward? Duke was able to move forward, jump, and kick with one leg all at the same time. No doorway here, Tim. You haven't checked yet. Oh, it's our flare. Or it's a flare. Did she fire the flare? She might have fired the flare. I thought, like, well, it's kind of where ours might have landed. So it's still in effect. Look at that. Man, Torok's flare gun has nothing on Cultic's. Cultic's is far superior. Could we take this? We can take the minigun. We're lots... Oh, Tim. You have it. You had a minigun here, Tim. Okay. That's a bit weird. Let's leave it on the ground. So it doesn't break the immersion. I forgot I had one of these. There's an area I mentioned very early on in this episode viewer where I died repeatedly. That could probably make the world of difference in that spot. He's hurt but not dead. Took me a second to realize I can shoot through this. He raised his gun. I was like, he can't hit me. Yeah, wait, he can hit me. Alright, one of the keys we need. Explosions can damage you through walls, so you don't stand too close as you celebrate trapping someone fortunate. And there's beds here and everything. I guess they did have guards sleeping on site? Suspicious. Secret. Weapon parts. Brings us back up to 3. One more, we can upgrade our double-barreled shotgun. Looks like a nasty arena. Glad we're not gonna have to fight in that. No siree. Won't have to do that at all. I am sure of it. A book. Now, I guessed correctly where this was used, but it takes us to where the secret was located that I could not find. Let's show you where it is. So the only place I could think of that a book would be used was there was the makeshift, like, library slash bookshelves up here in the main office where the guy had written that note about some people dying. And I'm correct. That is where it's used. Can you see it? I couldn't view her. But I eventually found it by just scanning the shelves. However, that alone is not enough to make it reveal itself. And I don't see anything else. However, the map hints there's something here. We can even see the 2 rooms on the other side. But we can't access them. Or can we? There. This. This is the switch to open it up. Now, we are not taking the things in here. We will read the note, though, but that is the only thing we're going to do. Revolver. That's a SAS, I think? Lever action. Shotgun. Pistol. A guy he was practicing firing on. And an imbued remains. All good stuff, but not for us. I found this by reading it about... This might even be a grenade launcher. I found all this online. By looking online, not by actually finding it. So this stays here. Worker note. I knew it. I knew there was something shady going on with the owner of this plant. He's always been a cruel bastard, but some of us knew it was deeper than that. Lots of rumors swirling about what him and he does up in that fancy mansion of his. Folks have heard strange noises coming out of the office in the late hours. God, I never imagined me something like this. Seems like I'm trapped for now, though. I don't know if I tripped something or if I wasn't alone as I thought, but the door's shut on me and I can't find a way out. I'm sure I can get the attention of the cleaning crew when they come through. I suppose I'll enjoy some of his private collection in the meantime. Well, it looks like he didn't make it either, poor guy. Oh, is that viewer take the stuff? No, no, no. We're supposed to be doing this blind as well. This constant recording issues have made it so I've had to re-record more episodes than I haven't so far. Okay, so we have one of the key cards. There's the other locked door that we want. To our left. Oh, there was a door here that was locked. Oh, this is where we kind of started from. Yeah, okay. It is straight ahead. You know what? I'm going to go back and grab it now. We may not even be able to use it there. And you guys don't know what I'm talking about yet. But if I can, I think this will make that battle go a lot easier. Or I'll still die. This is the wrong place, Tim. So, it's interesting picking up weapons that don't go into our arsenal, and that I lose when I drop them. I remember a game called Rise of the Triad, in which you were only allowed to have, like, one primary and one, like, big gun. It's been so long. I remember moving walls, hovering platforms in that game. We know there's a pistol guy up ahead somewhere. Got him in the arm to start. Excuse me, won't you? How'd you guys get in with the door being shut? How? How is that a thing you guys did? So there's gonna be a lot of this, viewer. I remember complaining about this because I was angry, but I am in a better mood today. Less pain and more sleep having been achieved. I hope you guys like those guys just appearing out of nowhere and behind us. because that's going to be a theme in this area. I see you. Oh, that could have been a giant mistake, Tim. The second wave of them was a bit silly. For me, when I did this originally, I had immediately ran and leaped off this with the assumption that they can't do the same. They can do the same. And then when I walked back up here, I like walked to this spot and suddenly they were all behind me, just materializing out of nowhere, so it seemed. That was rather, immersion breaking. Okay, and this is the spot where we're going to do a bit of metagaming, and we're going to go back and grab our heavy machine gun, or the minigun, whatever it's called. Gatling gun. I'm going to talk about this room, and then we'll try it. If I die twice, I will then cut the recording, and then we'll try it again. Only because I'm worried about dying so many times that it might corrupt the video again on me. Oh, I'm not allowed to take this with me! Oh! Maybe we can can we cheat it up here? Oh, I'm not allowed to have it! Is there any way I can get this up there? There is not. There is not. Okay, alright, then, okay, then we gotta do this without it. So much for your being clever. Alright, well then we'll talk about this for a few minutes before we get going. That's where we have to go. I want to be on a podium while I talk to you guys for this. All right. Now, so far in Cultic, there are many instances where you know it's a trap, and you know there's an ambush, and you can do some prep to help you deal with what's coming up. In many of these instances, the enemies are also able to be hurt before you see them. There's an ambush, for example, in the second stage in Chapter 1, where there's a little area that has a chainsaw guy waiting in like in a kitchenette on the boat. But you can hurt him by throwing dynamite or Molotovs around the corner to inflict damage and potentially even kill him with a Molotov before you're under threat. And there's been that case in like the caves as well in a few places. That's not the case here. Here, the enemies do not exist until I hit the floor, at which point the game will spawn them in and very close to me, where they weren't a second before. This area is dark. We're gonna have 2 chainsaw guys and I think 1 floating girl. The psychic girls often come along with their chainsaw counterparts because they slow you down, which means that you can't get away, which means you die instantly or very close enough to instantly when that chainsaw hits you. You lose like 100 life in about a second or maybe a second and a half. It's over very quickly when it reaches you. The area's foggy, and originally, you don't know what the room area looks like they're even fighting in. And you can't go back up when you drop down. So it's designed to kill you several times. And it's been the only room so far in all of Cultic that I feel was a bit unfair. I don't like this room. I complained about it endlessly during the part that's not being uploaded now. Just be aware, I have vented and raged already. No clear words were used, and I wasn't angry at the developer beyond the fact that he just did this. But it mars, in my opinion, this particular area, what is a perfect game otherwise. And that's why I'm so upset that this particular room exists. But whatever. He wanted it here, so here we go. Alright, so that's locked or barred. We can't go in there. I guess we could try running around them and maybe well, no. If we hop on top of something, they can pull us down with their chains, so that doesn't save us either. With that chain toss they have. The come here from Scorpion now. We can try, I guess, a little preemptive flame. Still hurt you by the way with that chainsaw while they're running around. Okay, so that was one of them. There's the other. Okay, that went very well. But only because I knew they were there, viewer. We didn't die at all. Only because I knew they were there. Oh, and the psychic girl got burned to death with one of those Molotovs. So here I was. I did a lot of complaining, but I won. But I won also, viewer, but once again, because I knew this room existed and what I should expect. I also knew kind of what the layout of it was. That did something, but we don't know what it did. I'll take 2 more Molotovs, makes up for the 2 we used. Take a great deal of damage from these if you try to walk into them, so that's not what we're supposed to do. That's a grenade launcher guy. That's a sniper. She's dead too. Weapon parts. This secret was fun to figure out. Alright, back up to full health pack. We have full life, 150% armor. No blast armor though, but otherwise looking pretty good. We did set ourselves on fire at the beginning of the swamp. Don't think I forgot about that. Not the best way to start, or rather, be early on in that level. You occasionally get these open tags for these gates. You cannot open any of these gates. I don't know why they're there. You can't open them. It doesn't work. I do like their new attack. Oh, they can hurt each other with it. I didn't think they could. I mean, there is friendly fire. And of course, there's no friendlies working with us, so I guess it would make sense. How about that? Alright, viewer, and that does it for us. That is the mission. Hope it was fun to watch. Hopefully, I won't have any trouble compressing this part. If I do a second time, first off, no one's ever going to see this video. And next off, I will probably spend the time it takes to set up fraps with this computer to record this game, since I have not had the same issues with fraps, although it will take quite a while to do fraps related things now. And I don't think I'll be able to record it at this resolution either. Alright, guys. Not bad. Hour 13 minutes. That's been the fastest one so far for us. Took almost 2 hours, I think, looking for secrets in particular. Alright, guys. Well, I'll stop here. Thank you all for watching, and maybe I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.